Hi, good afternoon. Alma here, Cocinando del Alma, cooking from the soul. This afternoon, we're going to be baking a banana nut bread. And for that, let me show you my ingredients. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to be using half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick. And we're going to use a cup of sugar. It's going to be half brown sugar and half white sugar. As well as 2 eggs, which I didn't get. I have to go get them. And 2 cups of flour. And then as well as cinnamon. I have the cinnamon here in my new Lazy Susan spice rack that my daughter-in-law Cynthia gave to me for my birthday. My birthday was the 4th of July. So thank you very much, Cynthia. We're also going to use half a cup of nuts. And I'm also going to use almonds and pecans. We also need baking soda, 1 teaspoon, salt, as well, half a teaspoon, and the star of the show, of course, is bananas. My banana tree had a lot of bananas, so I put them in Ziploc bags and I put them in the freezer. That's why they're looking a little bit brown. But the browner they are, the better for your bread. So we also need a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, which I put in my spice rack. I haven't put the labels yet. I'm going to work on that tonight. As well as a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. The labels, my friend Nino Coronado made the labels for me. So I'm going to be putting in the labels tonight. So thank you, Nino, and thank you, Cynthia. And we're going to get started by swifting our dry ingredients. So all our dry ingredients are going to go in this bowl. When I was putting the spices in the little jars, some of the nutmeg fell out. So that's what that is. So we're not going to add that anymore. So like I said, we're going to start with the dry ingredients. So here's a cup of flour. We need another cup. Our second cup. And we're going to swift it. So our cinnamon is 1 teaspoon. So we're going to do a teaspoon in here. We're also going to swift it. Our ginger is only a 1/4. And we already did the nutmeg. It's already in there. So we're going to swift as well. All our dry ingredients get swifted. Our salt is only half a teaspoon, so we're going to do the salt. And that gets swifted as well. So all these little particles. So next goes our baking soda, and that's going to be 1 teaspoon. So we swift it as well. Okay, we're done. Okay, so now we need half a cup of white sugar. And we're also going to use half a cup of brown sugar. I like to use both sugars. And we're going to use half a cup. And there goes half a cup. Okay, so next we're going to add our butter. And we're going to well combine it as well. That was half a stick of butter. So now that our butter and sugar is creamy, we're going to add our 2 beaten eggs. 2 eggs in total. And now we mix. So at this point, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of Mexican vanilla. And we mix. Okay, so next we're going to put our mashed bananas. It's about 3 to 4 regular sized bananas. But since I have a banana tree, it's like double because my bananas are little. And a cup of nuts. And now we mix. We're going to add our dry ingredients until well combined. So I like to spray my pans with Bake Joy. This is what I use before I put any kind of batter to bake, including cakes or cookies. I just spray the pan really nice. Okay, so we're ready to put our dough into our baking dish. I'm gonna try to divide half and half. So we're gonna sprinkle a couple of nuts on top before we bake it. Sometimes I put trail mix in here. It's so yummy with all the different fruits, dry fruits. So yummy. Okay, so we're gonna tap it a couple of times to get all these air bubbles out before we bake. We're gonna bake at 300. Okay, so our oven is already preheated to 350. So we're gonna put them in there and bake for 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how long it takes. So now we're gonna set the timer to 35 minutes and then we'll come back and check. Okay, so we're gonna check our bread. It's been 35 minutes. I'm gonna take one of these sticks and let's see. Oh, it looks really good. So our bread, banana bread, I said cake, sorry. Banana bread, look how yummy it looks. And the smell, you cannot believe the smell in here. It smells like a bakery. So we're gonna take those out, let them cool for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna taste. So now that our banana nut bread has cooled down, we're gonna slice and we're gonna give it a taste. Hold on. So here we go. My favorite part, the tasting part. Let's see how our banana nut bread is. Oh yeah, it cooled down. It is so fluffy, so moist. Look at that. Beautiful. And it's got a whole, every bite has a nut. Pecan or almond, but it has a lot of nuts. It's so delicious. So good. No. Everything that I make with my chicken eggs comes out like with more flavor. Everything is so delicious. So good. So easy to make. Give it a try. Les va a encantar. Está delicioso, delicioso. Si lo pudieran probar. It's amazing. I wish you could taste it. Well, thank you for watching another little video for you. Cocinando del alma. Cooking from the soul. I'll see you on the next video. Gracias de corazón por el apoyo. Los veo en el próximo. Que Diosito me los bendiga.